Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now with the main headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi says that giving loans in exchange for depositing money for a period of time is not considered usury. Shia activists in France protest genocide of Shia Muslims in Pakistan. City of Rotterdam hosts global conference on anti-Muslim extremism and hatred. Punjab University professor calls for expanding Islamic banking in Pakistan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear viewers. This is Yunus Dawood and you're watching Shia Waves live from London, only on Imam Hussein TV 3. The daily scholarly meetings of Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Hussein al-Shirazi was held on Tuesday the 29th of Rabi' al-Thani. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi answered a question about the religious legality of the loans granted by some Qard al-Hasana funds or banks in exchange of placing a deposit for a few months. Let's watch the statements of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi together.
همین بحث اینه که این نفع اسمشه نه نفع میبره یقین اما یا محدود کردنه مثلا میگه به کسایی که مجلس من میان خب مجلس شلوغ میشه آها اون کار میکنه اشکال نداره خلاص محل خلاف عرض کردم محل خلاف بله اگر محدود کردن مورد قرض باشه اشکال نداره ولو اون نفع میبره ولو اون نفع.
Shia activists in France held a protest on Wednesday to draw attention to the deteriorating humanitarian situation in Pakistan and the plight of refugees in France. The protesters carried banners and chanted slogans demanding an end to the genocide that Shia Muslims are subjected to in the Pakistani city of Parachinar. The protesters also demanded that the rights of Muslim refugees in France be respected and their rights be guaranteed. The protest in Canberra is the latest in a series of protests that have been held around the world to draw attention to the plight of Shia Muslims in Pakistan. The Dutch city of Rotterdam hosted a major international meeting to address extremism and hatred against Muslims with the participation of Shia religious leaders. According to media reports followed by Shia Waves agency, the meeting primarily discussed the causes of the rising wave of hatred and extremism directed against Muslims in the country, in addition to important issues such as integration, refugees, and migration in Europe. The reports also explained that the meeting emphasized the role of religious leaders in empowering young people to take on their full responsibilities in serving the community. They pointed out that the participants stressed the need to combat hatred directed against Muslims in order to live in peace and security among all members of Dutch society, as well as to address the refugee crisis that has worsened in Europe in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's take a look back at today's main headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi says that giving loans in exchange for depositing money for a period of time is not considered usury. Shia activists in France protest genocide of Shia Muslims in Pakistan. City of Rotterdam hosts global conference on anti-Muslim extremism and hatred. Also tonight, British journalist recounts his journey to Holy Najaf and Karbala. In a bid to advance the cause of Islamic banking in Pakistan, Punjab University Professor Vice Chancellor Dr. Khalid Mahmood emphasized the need for additional measures. The event, attended by delegates, researchers, faculty members, and students from across the globe, aimed to bridge academia and industry. He lauded the organizers for their efforts in creating a platform to transform ideas into reality, expressing hope that such initiatives would contribute to the promotion of ethical business practices aligned with Islamic principles. And now we continue with some short news. Nearly 200 Rohingya, most of them women and children, arrived by boat at Indonesia's Aceh province on Tuesday. The chief of a local fishing community said that the latest batch of people to have fled Myanmar by sea this year. Several hundred Rohingya arrived in Aceh earlier this year, and massive numbers have died at sea from disease, hunger and fatigue. More than 2,000 Rohingya are believed to have attempted the risky journey to Southeast Asia countries in 2022, according to the UN Refugee Agency. A Muslim youth has been arrested for selling eggs on the banks of River Ganga. Considered sacred by Hindus, the young vendor has been charged with hurting Hindu religious sentiments. The sale of meat, fish and eggs is banned in Haridwar. In 2004, the Supreme Court upheld the Uttarakhand government's move to make Hindu holy towns Haridwar, Rishikesh and Muni Ki Tirthi free from non-vegetarian food. At least 20 fishermen have died after their boat capsized on Monday in the Anyan area of River Benue in northeastern Nigeria's Taraba state. Boat accidents are frequent on Nigeria's poorly regulated waterways due to overloaded boats, lack of maintenance and poor safety, particularly in the annual rainy season when rivers and lakes swell and flood. A young Thai woman declined to reveal her name, converted to Shia Islam at the holy shrine of Imam Rida alayhi salam, the 8th infallible Imam in the holy city of Mashhad. The media department of the holy shrine said in a statement. According to the media department, the girl explained that she was raised on Buddhism with her family, but she began to search for the truth of religion when she was 12, adding that she did not have a suitable teacher to guide her until she gradually learned about Shia Islam and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. The Thai convert added that she felt a strong connection to Imam Rida alayhi salam after visiting his holy shrine, adding that when she visited the holy shrine, she felt as if she was talking to Imam Rida alayhi salam and the Imam was talking to her. Almost half of the civilians killed and injured by landmines last year were children, with the highest number in Syria, followed by Ukraine and Yemen. The latest landmine monitor report published on Tuesday reveals at least 4,710 casualties of mines and explosives, remnants of war, or the ERW, were recorded last year, with 1,661 killed and 3,015 injured. It says civilians made up 85% of all recorded casualties, whether military or civilian status was known. 4,341 children accounted for almost half, or 49%, or 1,171 of civilian casualties were age recorded. "18 months ago, the writer residing in New York, Atash Tasir, planned for a journey with the aim of writing what he described as a distinctive story consisting of 3 parts, through exploring religious journeys in Bolivia, Mongolia, and Iraq. In his article, he added that this journey, which he described as the most famous religious journey in the world, was documented by the writer himself in his first book entitled Stranger in History, noting that he had read dozens of books about the targeted countries in his journey in order to acquire information about each religious event in these countries. We have reached the end of today's Shia Wave show. Let's take a look back at today's main headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi giving loans in exchange for depositing money for a period of time is not considered usury. Shia activists in France protest genocide of Shia Muslims in Pakistan. City of Rotterdam hosts global conference on anti-Muslim extremism and hatred. Punjab University professor calls for expanding Islamic banking in Pakistan. British journalist recounts his journey to Holy Najaf and Karbala. You can view the latest news or send news of your city or country to be published on our news agency. Contact us on the numbers at the bottom of the screen. Thank you for watching, and we pray to Allah the Almighty to hasten the reappearance of the Master of our time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The mourning season may have come to an end, but the love of Imam Hussein alayhi salam remains eternal. Imam Hussein Tours presents an unmissable ziyarah trip. Join us this December and embark on a journey